Hi guys, welcome back to Axis and Allies, the Garrison, coming to you once again from the bunker here in Rochelle Park, New Jersey, with another episode of the YouTube Wars. Guys, welcome back. It is Detroit here, commanding the American forces, round 5. It is turn 4, round 5. The U.S. finally gets to go. All right, obviously it's the U.S.A.'s turn, okay? The opportunity has arisen for the Americans to capitalize on a mistake that was made by G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe being the commander-in-chief of the Japanese Imperial Forces in the Pacific, okay? Now, the mistake that he made is full of controversy and dilemma, okay? As I explained in my previous video, and I'm sure you guys, some of you have already watched it, okay, the controversy comes as a direct result of G.I. Joe making his moves last night, okay? Then realizing overnight and upon waking up this morning that he had left his Pacific Fleet in Sea Zone 6 actually exposed for attack. Yes, the American Navy in Sea Zone 26 and the American Air Forces throughout the Pacific are now within reach of the Japanese fleet that is not as well defended, open for attack. Now, the controversy, though, happens because G.I. Joe presses forward and makes a video where he places 2 destroyers in Sea Zone 16, effectively blocking the American Navy. Now, according to the Cyberblood Bath rules, okay, each naval unit can block up to 3 of your opponent's naval ships. Okay, in essence, by him doing so, he effectively blocked the American Navy from moving in and performing an attack. The controversy is, though, that this movement happened after the fact. G.I. Joe turned upon completing his moves last night, okay, turned the torch over to the Americans, of course, me, Detroit, okay? And of course, we spent a good portion of the night, last night, Corporal 24 and myself, talking about how we will go ahead and capitalize on this big error in judgment that G.I. Joe had. Okay, so this morning, or actually, yeah, this is more around noon Eastern Standard Time. Upon waking up, I wake up to the news that G.I. Joe had made a video where he, in effect, had moved his blockers in Sea Zone 16. Well, I have to admit that I disagreed with this move, and I brought up the subject to my fellow teammates, Dutch Lancaster, War Torn, and Corporal 24. And we all exchanged, we went back and forth, we talked about the morality, the ethics, the legality of us denying G.I. Joe his request. Okay, several things were brought up, okay, during the conversation, and amongst them was the fact that we had already overlooked other mistakes or transgressions that G.I. Joe had in the past. This is, of course, no insult intended to my good friend G.I. Joe. He's a great guy, or anything like that. I know that it's just a mistake, But having said that, though, we felt that, in essence, the Allies were getting the short end of the stick here, because the Allies at this point in time in the game are losing the war. We did take a beating at the hands of Cyberblood in Europe. Okay, London has fallen. Okay, so G.I. Joe hands the torch over to the Americans last night. We, the Americans and the Allies, we have a little powwow. We get together, we talk about what our strategies are going to be, because that's the way we've been working. We are an integral team, and we talk about our strategies. And we quickly, right away, realized there's a golden opportunity for us to capitalize here in Sea Zone 6. So we planned everything out. If it hadn't been for the fact that I had been at work last night, because I work midnights, I start work at 11 o'clock and I get off at 7 o'clock in the morning, Uh, I actually got out of work a little bit early today. I got off like about six and change. But in any case, if it hadn't been for the fact that I had been at work, I would have made my moves right away last night. Those of you who know me know that I do not waste my time when it comes to making my moves or making videos for the YouTube wars here at Axis and Allies, the Garrison. So when I wake up this morning, I see that my good friend G.I. Joe has made his moves, and I'm like, what happened? Obviously, I had to throw the yellow flag and say, wait a minute, this is not right. I feel that this is not a legal move, okay? All right, so I addressed the issue with my fellow teammates, and you know what? They all agreed, and I believe that we are correct legally and ethically, okay? I feel bad though for my good friend Joe, who's a great guy, and I know he's learning the game using YouTube as a format. Okay, so we're all learning actually. So am I, because this is actually my first game, and then playing Axis and Allies using the social media of YouTube as a platform. It's a playing platform. So I felt bad, I do feel bad. But having said that, it was just too big a mistake for the Allies just to let slide. Okay, so my brother and my friends on the other side of the playing field here with the Axis, I feel bad, I really do. In the sense that I know it sucks, I know the feeling because I've been there, but if this had been an actual live game and you make a move like that and the game is over and someone else proceeds with their move, it's over, okay? Now, obviously, this is about having fun, okay? And this is exactly what this is about. This game is about having fun, not hurting anybody's feelings. But I also hope that you guys, our opponent and my subscribers out there, can see that we may have the right of way here when it comes to this issue of should we allow somebody, a player who has made a move, has completed his moves, has turned the torch over to the next player, and then 8-10 hours later say, hold on, I made a mistake, can I make my changes? Okay, can I redo or make certain moves? Okay, so again, this is not to hurt anybody. Joe, I'm not. I apologize if I'm offending you, my brother. I am not. You're a great guy, and I know that you won't take it like that. But I'm just, taking that first step at saying, this is about having fun, and this is about doing what's right. And I think we are right on this, my brother. In any case, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and make my my purchases. I'm going to go ahead and make my combat moves. And yes, I am going to be attacking C-Zone 6. Okay. I'm going to proceed with that. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about this little conundrum, this controversy that we're having here in the YouTube wars, which I want to say it's a first controversy. Okay. Guys, I look forward to hearing from what you have to say. Let me know. And I'm not the only one, my teammates, and I'm sure that our opponents will like to hear what you have to say, because ultimately the world is full of opinions and we all have differences of the way we see life. Enjoy the show, guys. All right, guys, let's review the current ground and naval situation for the U.S. here. It is the beginning of the U.S.A.'s turn. And China as well. Right after the United States goes, I will also proceed forward with the Chinese turn. Okay, so what are the purchases that actually, before I go into the ground situation, let's review the purchases that the U.S. made. Okay, so the U.S. will be purchasing 1 carrier, 2 destroyers, 3 naval transports, 1 submarine, 3 infantry divisions, and 2 artillery divisions for the U.S. purchases. All right, so let's go ahead then with the current ground situation in the Pacific. So, as you are already well aware, the U.S. Pacific Fleet is off the coast of 26. Okay. You also have a strong component of the U.S. Air Force in British Columbia and Western USA, all right, as well as uh, another component of U.S. strategic bombers and one fighter in the Philippine Islands. You also have a contingent of naval transports, along with one armor, one artillery, and one infantry division of actually in Queensland in of the Sea Zones 34 in Australia. All right. In Alaska, you also have another naval transport with two mech infantry and one artillery. Okay. The Japanese fleet in Sea Zone 6 has four aircraft carriers, three tactical bombers, and one fighter. Also, there is one correction I forgot to mention in the last video, the last episode, that uh, GI Joe had placed one carrier with two fighters in Sea Zone 20. Okay, so that is the actual placement of his fleet. I had said previously that he had five carriers in Sea Zone 6, and that's not the case. Okay, that's not the case here. He actually has four carriers in Sea Zone 6. All right, so let's proceed forward with uh, the combat movements. I'll be back. We'll be back shortly. All right, I'm going to go ahead making my combat movements. I'll be first placing my combat markers. I'll be attacking the Japanese in Sea Zone number 6. I will also be attacking the Japanese in what is it, Malaya, and I'll be taking Sumatra as well from the Dutch. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 combat moves or combat movements that I'll be making with the USA. All right, so now let's actually go ahead and make the combat movements. All right, so let's do that right now. I'm going to take my two submarines. They're going to move in, okay, into Sea Zone 6. I'm going to take my four carriers, all right, and actually I'm also going to be picking up these two naval transports will also perform an amphibious landing, and once the battle is resolved and if we're victorious, they'll be landing in Sea Zone 6 and take Korea. All right, so that's two mechanized infantry and one regular infantry division attacking Korea. All right, so let's continue with the attack on Sea Zone 6. I'll be performing my bomber engages 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That bomber has 4 movements left. Okay, moves at 9. Okay, the rest of my Air Force in Western USA moves at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to bring all of them over. Okay, the fighter in British Columbia will also move at, this guy moves at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got a movement of 1 left. Okay. These, the tacticals are coming from Western USA. They have a movement of 2 left. Right? They come 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 2 in their gas gauges left. So they have a movement of 2 left. All right, let's see what else. My 3 tactical bombers in Philippine Islands engage 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They have 5 remaining in their gas gauges. All right, my fighter in the Philippine Islands engages as well. It has a movement of 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's got 2 left. Its gas gauge will read that it has 2 movements left. So, right, so we have a total of 4 bombers, 5 fighters, and actually 6 fighters and 5 tactical bombers attacking C-Zone 6. All right. Let's place a battle marker here in Korea, because that's a battle that has to be fought. Okay, so as a recap, we're going to be attacking Sumatra, or taking Sumatra. Technically, it should be done during non-combat movements, but we're performing it now. We're announcing it. We're also attacking Malaya. Okay, we're going to do that by taking 2 transports here. My 1 transport will pick up 1 infantry, 1 armored unit, and we'll go 1, movement of 2, and movement of 3, and it will attack the single artillery division defending the Japanese unit. They're defending Malaya. Okay, now let's go back. My other naval transport will pick up the 1 artillery piece, and at a movement of 3 will go 1, 2, and 3, and it'll take Sumatra as well. Okay, so that's battle 1, battle 2, battle number 3 in Korea, and battle number 4 in C-Zone number 6. So those are the 4 battles that the United States will be engaging in this turn. All right, guys, I'll be back shortly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reorganize. It's a big battle that we have going on here. And I'm going to see if I set up the battle board. This way, everybody has a good understanding of how the roles will be played out. Okay, I guess it's definitely a complex battle. And if I bring out the battle board, it'll make it easier for all of us to appreciate the actual engagement. We'll be back shortly. Stand by. All right, guys, let's go ahead and resolve combat. Let's review or recap the order of battle here. As I said previously, my Navy, my fleet is coming from C-Zone 26 off the coast of Hawaii and attacking the Japanese fleet in C-Zone 6. I also have aircraft coming from the Western U.S.A. and landing on the carriers. I'll be moving into C-Zone 6. Okay, once this fleet, if successful, which I'm assuming it will be successful, the attack, the naval transports coming from C-Zone 26 will perform an amphibious landing and land 1 infantry and 2 mechanized infantry divisions. Don't get so close, Papa, because then I can't see myself, okay? All right, so then to the south, okay, in Malaya, we have a second amphibious landing being made. This naval transport is coming from C-Zone 54, okay, at a movement of 3, 1, 2, and 3, and landing its complement of 1 armor, 1 infantry division, attacking the single Japanese artillery division that is defending in Malaya. Same thing in C-Zone 41. This naval transport is also coming from C-Zone 54, picking up 1 artillery and landing this artillery piece in Sumatra. Of course, this is actually a non-combat movement, but I'm just going ahead of myself and performing that landing right now, just to expedite events here. All right, so let's go ahead with the order of battle here with the actual resolved combat stage. I have 1 armor defending 1 at 3, 1 infantry attacking, not defending, attacking, 1 infantry attacking, 1 die at 1. So I'm going to roll. Oh, snake eyes. I got a hit. This artillery piece is off the board. However, it does defend with 1 roll at 2, and 1 die at 2, and it got a hit. So the 1 infantry American is out off the board. Okay, so now let's go to the battle board here that I have already preset. By the way, if I haven't mentioned, my son Brandon is helping me out. He's actually my assistant, my cameraman here. And without him, it will be a lot harder for me to do this. I figure if I have a second set of hands, it's a lot easier on me. So that's why I'm utilizing him. He's always my handy guy. Thank God for that.
These things I could do, he got me pizza today.
Yes, you're right. All right, so I've gone ahead and I preset the movement die indicating the remaining movement of each aircraft, okay, that I have here on the board. I've also gone ahead and set up the die, as you can see, for both the attacking and defending forces. All right. Just keep in mind that my carriers are moving into C Zone 6. They can't attack, but they are moving in there. So this way, my aircraft coming from Western USA and British Columbia have a place to land in. Okay, so it's a necessary component of this engagement. All right, so okay, now let's go with the actual combats. I was texting back and forth with G.I. Joe earlier today. He did tell me that he wanted to scramble his 3 fighters that are in Tokyo, in Japan. So these 3 fighters are scrambling. He also did instruct me to engage his 6 kamikaze dice. Okay, so what we're going to do is, he said that he wanted 2 die for each of the cruisers that I have. Okay, the kamikaze die. And 1 die for each of the destroyers that I have. So I have 2 destroyers, 2 cruisers. So let's roll first for my first cruiser. Here we go. Missed. No hit. Okay. Second set. There we go. 1 hit. So I have a cruiser down. A cruiser is down. Okay. Right. My second destroyer. My first destroyer, actually. Actually, we can roll both at the same time. It doesn't matter. So here we go. We got a second warship down, which that means one of my 2 destroyers was sunk as well. So that means I lost a cruiser and a destroyer at the hands of the kamikazes, which means then I have to remove 1 die at 2 and 1 die at 3, which I'm removing from the gameplay. All right, so let's go ahead with my rolls, with my combats. Here we go. Wow, I see good numbers here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow.
That is lethal.
This is a lethal. This was actually a miss. 3, 4, 5. So, geez, tremendous roll. I hit 15 times and I just missed 6. Wow, so that's 15 hits. All right, so then let's incur the damage on the Japanese fleet. Wow, that's really good. I'm really happy with that. So, obviously, the obvious. Let's put damage markers on the Japanese capital ships. Okay, that's right there. Battleship takes 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we start with the submarine. That's 6. Destroyers, 6, 7, 8. I'm going by the order that casualty order that G.I. Joe provided for me. So that's 8. He wants his carriers out next. 8, is it? 8. Yes, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so, all right, so that's, so the Japanese sustained 3 tactical losses, 3 tactical bombers, 4 carriers, 2 destroyers, and 1 submarine. Now let's roll for the Japanese. Let me remove this die from the board here. go. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, they did well. 7, 8, 9 hits. Okay, that's pretty good for the Japanese. They incurred 9 hits on the Americans and missed with 7. That's a really good roll for the Japanese, well, too, considering the number of forces that they have defending. So I got to place damage markers. All right, so one on my battleship. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 5. Submarine is 6, 7. Destroyer 8. And let me see what else. 8, 8, 8. What do I take out? 8, 8. Okay, I will be taking out a tactical. Okay, yes, a tactical. Okay. All right, so I shall proceed ahead. I shall go forward. Let me see what I actually have here. Sorry, guys, it's a very long battle, as you can see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Oh, hold on. No, hold on. I'm bringing back this fighter, and I'm actually taking out a bomber. That's what I'm taking out. Guys, my bombers cannot continue in the attack, so they only go for 1 round of attack. So for now, they are removed from the battle. Okay. All right. I did take out 1 bomber as a casualty. All right. So then I'm going then with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at 3. Let's see, 8 at 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 at 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 4. 2, 4, and 6. All right. There we go. Okay, so I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 hits. 7 hits for the USA. Is that going to be enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's more than enough. The Japanese are out. Okay, now the Japanese do get to defend themselves. They're defending with 1 at 3 and 5 at 4. And 5 at 4. Question is, how much damage will they do on the Americans? Will they inflict on the Americans? Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so three more casualties were inflicted on the Americans. Okay, so what do I take out now? What do I take out? Okay, taking out 1 fighter, 1. Taking out another fighter, 3, 2, and hold on. Wait up, I gotta be very careful here because I am limited by my gas. Just realized that. So I got 3 more. I gotta be careful as far as what I'm actually taking out here, folks. Let me see something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. It's gonna have to be my tacticals that I take out because they only have a movement of 1 left in their gas gauges. Oh shoot! I'm just realizing. Oh, ouch! I just goofed big. I'm gonna lose a couple of tacticals unnecessarily. My mistake. Okay. You know, Actually, you know what? I can still change it though, right? Can I? Can I? Sorry, folks. I have a tough decision to make here. I'm trying to figure out what I can take. I just realized that my tacticals only have one left. Let me see. They started from the U.S., right? They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they only have one more space to left. My aircraft carriers are damaged, so I can't land them because of the kamikaze strikes. So now these fighters, the ones that survived the battle are going to crash land into the sea. So I am in a predicament here. Yeah, I'm in a tough predicament. Rookie move, John. Rookie move, Detroit. All right, guys, I have no choice but to take out 3 tacticals and crash land them. Actually, it's more than just 2 tacticals. Oh, gosh, what did I do here? I goofed royally. Yep, I goofed royally. I'm going to lose more than what I should have lost. Oh, gosh. This is when I hate myself, guys. This is one of those moments when, like, you know, it's dummy time here. So I'm going to take out 3 casualties. Okay, and look at this. These guys only have 1 movement left in their gas gauges. So these 4 aircraft are going to have to ditch in the sea, and I'm going to lose them. Okay? I'm going to have to lose them because I don't have a place to land them on. Okay, all right. It is what it is. I apologize to my allies for that. That's my mistake. You got to man up when you make a mistake, and that's what I did. Okay, so I'm ditching those 4, which sucks for me royally, but it is what it is, guys. All right, so I should have left at least 1 carrier undamaged so they could have landed there, at least to minimize my losses, but I wasn't thinking. Too many variables when you're playing a rolling die. All right, so it is what it is. I'm going to land these guys. These Japanese are all out. Okay, including the 2 naval transports are out. Okay, so I'm going to land these fighters. I'm going to go 3. They have a movement of 3 left. Let me see this. They're going to go to... Actually, I'm going to place them in Guam. Okay, they're going to land in Guam, excuse me. 4, 5, 6. All right. I have my fleet still off the coast of Sea Zone 6. Okay, all the ships, all the capital ships are damaged. Okay. All of them are damaged, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I should have made room, at least have left one carrier undamaged so I could have placed some of those aircraft there. That's my fault, my mistake. I apologize, guys. Anyway, my 3 bombers that survived the initial attack are going back to the Philippines. So that's 3 bombers that I didn't sacrifice. And maybe I should have, now that I think about it. All right, so that's 1, 2. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now they're gonna go and land also in Guam. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they're gonna go land in the Philippines. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead into my non-combat movements. Very painful round, guys, for me because I made big mistakes here. So my naval transport is going to pick up 1 mechanized infantry. 1, 2, landed in Soviet Far East. I'm going to railway this infantry division and bring it over to the eastern seaboard of the United States. Okay. And what else? All right, so then that's about it. I moved that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place my units. Okay, I'm going to take my entirety of my fleet here and all my forces. I'm going to go to the eastern seaboard and I'm going to place 2 artillery, 3 infantry. That's 3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so I could place up to 20 pieces between what Central USA and Eastern USA. I could place up to 20 pieces combined. All right, so what does that mean? The U.S. goes up. I just took over Sumatra. That's +4. I believe I liberated Malaya for Calcutta. So that's +3 for Calcutta, +4 for the United States. If I'm not mistaken, Sire Blood, please correct me if that's a territory that I got for the U.S.A. or for Calcutta. I think it's for Calcutta, the British in Calcutta. So that's +3 for the British in Malaya and 4 for the U.S. So the U.S. now is collecting, I had 77 +4. The U.S. is now collecting 81 IPCs. Okay, 81 IPCs is what the income tracker is showing for me. All right, guys, that's it. It was a very eventful round. Obviously, I made my share of mistakes in this particular round, and very painful for me because I lost 4 aircraft that had to ditch in the sea. Very painful. In any case, I am happy with the results because I did clear the Japanese fleet by the most part. So, guys, this is the end of the U.S.A.'s turn. And now we're going to start. Don't shut it off, please, because we still have the Chinese. The Chinese have 4 IPCs, okay, which they're going to buy 1 infantry division. All right, and I'm going to leave the Chinese there. The Chinese are going nowhere. I am placing 1 infantry division along with the rest in Xiangxi. Okay, and that means I have 1 IPC that I'm carrying over with the Chinese. Okay, so the Chinese are carrying over 1 IPC that they have. All right, guys, this is the end now officially of the USA and China turn. Okay, it is the end, and let me know how or what you guys are thinking. Okay, it is the UK's turn under the command of War-Torn. Corporal 24. The ball is on his side of the court. All right, you got the torch, my brother. Good luck, and as I always like to say, don't forget to bunk it down and play, guys.